Hi guys, it's Nigel looking for the estate agent summer. I hope you're all well. It's my second video tour of the day. It's Friday morning and I want to welcome you to Semington Road in a little place called Berrybrook. It's a 3-bedroom detached property offered with no onward chain. That's right, no onward chain. It's got a decent plot, side, rear. It's got a beautiful conservatory, ample parking, garage. It's double glazed, it's gas. There is some modernising that you need to do inside, but nothing dramatic. You go into a hallway, you've got downstairs a cloakroom, you've got a kitchen breakfast room, in a sort of personal door into the garage. Then you've got a dining room, then you've got a decent sized living room as well. And then that conservatory just wraps around the back of the property. 3 double bedrooms upstairs and a family bathroom. And like I said, the plot is really good. It surrounds the plot and you've got a nice little aspect as you know. Now this is also offered with no onward chain. So it's ideal for those people looking, anybody looking for a 3-bedroom detached property, if you're trading up, or even if you're trading down. This property is ideal for you. It just needs a bit of finishing off, which I'll cover off with you in this video. Now, with all my tours, we'll talk about the amenities, and then we're going to go and have a look at this 3-bedroom detached property, which is on our books for today with no onward chain. It's those lovely red brick elevations. Look, you can just see with that garage, you've got all this ample parking around this area here for your vehicles as well. Semington just goes up there. You've got Berryfield up there. You've got some lovely walks around here. You've got countryside pretty much close by. You've got the Kennet Avon canal up there. And further just down there is Melksham. You've got the roundabout. That can then link you up to the A350 if you wanted to. Or you go down the A350, you can turn off there towards Bradford and Avon. Or you continue along the A350 towards, Whitehall. You can peer off to Corsham from down there. Bath, is 14, 15 miles away. Stunning heritage city of Bath. Picturesque village of Laycock, 9 miles north of here. And you've just got the great A350 access to the M4 as well. From here it's about 20-25 minutes and you're on the M4. You can also link up to Warminster, Westbury, Trowbridge on the A350, or you pit off towards Devizes, and of course we're surrounded by Devizes, towns like Calne and Chippenham, and Bradford and Avon, Trowbridge as well, and Corsham. This is a very quiet little 3-bed this. You wouldn't actually think it's here. It's actually surrounded with lovely little gardens. It's picturesque. Let's get inside. There is a bit of work to be done, but this is called Pennybrook. It's a 3-bedroom detached. It will be sold, and we can't wait to show you around. So let's just walk in and around. I just wanted to show you off this sort of parking here. You can just see all that block paved driving, little picket fence there, but the driving and the parking can just continue. Like I said, you have ample parking for vehicles. Nothing in behind. There's a little nature reserve or little walk-throughs and cut-throughs over there, which is part of that development, that Bellway view, which was never a big development anyway. That's just those front elevations. There's side access there, and there's side access in behind that garage as well. Absolutely ideal. Before we go in, I'm just going to pan this camera around just so you can just see how much parking there is as I walk back to this property. Anyone with vans, anyone with, larger cars, smaller cars, there's ample parking here. It won't be on the market long, it's keenly priced. I'll tell you the little bits that need to be done inside. Canopy storm porch, double glazed entrance door. Let's get in and let's have a good explore. And of course, when you go into any hallway, you're going to be greeted with hallways. There's rooms off different halls there that will get into the kitchen, living room, dining room. These stairs, they just turn a little bit and they go straight up to those 3 double bedrooms as well. Bring the camera around. You've got gas heating, which I'll cover off with you about the boiler because it's old. You will need to replace the boiler, in my opinion. You can just see those built-in storage cupboards. That's handy. And then door there. Let's open this one up. You know what's going to be in here. Loo. So you've got wash and basin. Loo, obscure double glazed window, and there's some bits of finishing off as well. There's bits to deco. You can just see up there. I think they had a leak in the past, and also with that cistern there on that toilet, that needs to be fixed as well. And I think the bathroom upstairs also needs to be fixed. It won't be done by these clients, hence the reason why we're selling it as it is. And then I'll just point out the little jobs that you need to do for full transparency. Now then, open these up. You know what cupboards look like. There we go. Cupboards. Put your coats in there. Store it away. You can even build in a little area under there if you wanted to. But let's go into this room here. Now we could call this the dining room, you could call it a snug room, you can call it a family room. You've got double glazed windows to the side and rear, radiator there. Decent size, well lit, as you can see. It's a well lit property this. I've never been in this property in all the 28 years I've been doing this job for Melksham. And look at that plot out there. There's a lot going on out there, and you'll see a lot more in a minute. And it's got that wooded feel as well, a bit of seclusion back there. Just bring the camera back around again. Like I said, we can call this a dining room if you want. It's up to you. You can check out the floor plan so you can see what I mean. And then that opens up into what I would call the living room. Of course, you've got a radiator. You can put your TV on the wall there. You can put the bracket up there. You can have the TV over there. It really depends on how you want to separate your furniture. And you can even use that room as an occasional bedroom if you wanted to, that room down there, and just close it off. If you had an elderly parent, that would be ideal for that. And there we have the living room. So living room, dining, little loo in there. Before we go into that conservatory though, I'm just going to bring you back into this hallway just so you can remember the layout. So we're just going to go back through here before we go in the kitchen. I want to take you into the conservatory. There's a doorway into that conservatory. These are already open because I've been here before, earlier today. Got a nice pitch to that roof, double glazed conservatory. Decent size this, lets in a lot of warmth, as one would expect. Really good conservatory. Fabulous. And then it just extends around a little bit as well in here. So again, you can have a little reading area, sofa, a little suite in there. You can open it up. There's part of that rear garden. I'll just pop that out there. Look how private it is. Absolutely stunning. Back into the conservatory. Bring this camera around. And then we have just another view of this. And as we just come back through with these sliding patio doors, obviously it's double glazed construction, it does then take you back into this living room area. Like I said, you can use it for a dual purpose. You can have a living room and a dining room. But I walk through here. So we haven't shown you the final room downstairs. Here's the kitchen breakfast room. You've got a bit of tile flooring. It's a bit dated. It's plumbing for dishwater there. You can change the units. You've got a radiator, little breakfast area, base units, high level cupboards, ceramic hob, window just overlooking, ovens incorporated there into the units, and then that extractor hood is over there. Bring the camera around, and of course 1.5 bowl sink unit, and again that's that front that I showed you earlier and all that parking. Absolutely superb. And while we're here, let's just bring this camera around to show you another angle of this kitchen. It's a bit dated, but it's not bad. It just needs some modernising in here. So I think somebody's going to modernise the kitchen, a bit of the flooring, a bit of the decor, the toilets. And also, if I just open up this door, this is just going to lead you to the garage. Now you can got you've got Eve's storage up there. There's a personal door to the side. That's quite an old door. I think you will replace that. Metal up and over, as you can see. And then it comes back out. So it's actually quite a big garage. There is the boiler, just in behind that door there. And it's an old boiler. And look, guys, I think you'll replace that boiler and the heating. It's had better days, that one. Let me just show you. And there's that door as well, which will need replacing in my opinion. So there is some work to be done on the property. Having said that, this is a big property and you get a lot of bang for your buck. Decent garage, decent parking, no chain. Don't come up often this size, I can assure you. Back into the kitchen, as you'd expect. We've been here before. Let's just give you another look. I'm just going to go into the hallway, back through to the kitchen. You've seen that the loo is in there. You've got some built-in fitted storage cupboards. And then you've seen those other rooms as well. Dining room, living room, and of course that conservatory. And there's the door that we came into. Let's get upstairs, have a look at those 3 bedrooms and bathroom. And I want to start with the bathroom because we don't think that toilet works, so do not use the toilet. There's a little sign on it, the owners. This property's been left, so obviously there's no chain. But you need to modernise. You've got a panelled bath, you've got a wash hand basin. You just need to look at the plumbing. Obscure double glazed window to the front, obscure double glazed window to the side. And like I said, I don't know if that water is working or the plumbing is working with this bathroom, so we've turned it off for that for now, and someone else will have to have a look at it. Iron cupboard, being an airing cupboard, linen shelving, up you go. That's the bathroom, remember, that needs a little bit of attention. And I like to put that in our tour, so if there is a property that needs a bit of work, I don't know why agents just don't tell people, so, for full transparency, we do. And thank you for our following, we get a massive following, but it helps you guys form an opinion of the property before you get there, so you know what to expect as well. We're not going to number these bedrooms, but it's a decent double. So that's one of the bedrooms. Let's call that 3 if you like. This one looks about the same. 2 windows there. side and rear elevation. Double bedroom again, and all bedrooms up here are actually doubles. Really good size. It even just goes into a recess area there, as you can just see. Again, put that camera over there. You can see that wooded feel, And over here where they built 𝗱𝗶𝗴𝗲, you can just see there's just tree line, and then there's that lovely little walking route. It was never oversubscribed, Bellway Homes, when they built that over there. But it does link in then to parts of Melksham. There's other people over there, but you've got all that boundary in between you there. So you're pretty private where you are. Great little site that. So that's second bedroom up here. And of course, last but not least, let's call this bedroom number 3, as in the third bedroom. Again, decent double. Window to the rear, elevation. And again, same aspect over there, which I think is pretty cool. And the other thing it's got that built-in little cupboard which goes over to the stairwell as well. And again, it depends on where you want the TV or your bed, which way to go, but it's a proper double bedroom this, which is why I like this property, because usually you have a smaller third, but with this one they all seem to be pretty well sized, these bedrooms. That's the bedrooms. Let's get outside, let's have a look at that rear garden, etc., and those access points. Go, rear garden. Lovely little patio, little circular, little dwarf hedging there. Then it's got some nice timber fencing, and then hedging in behind that, so it's very private this. And then you've got that wooded feel just by there. There's a little brook that runs along there as well. There, garden just goes around to the side. Obviously you've got the side or the rear door to that garage, side access, and then you can get another aspect of that conservatory. What a beauty that is. And then that garden, look how much you get out here. And of course over there, it's just green. It's got a very pleasant feel to it, this property. Let's bring it around a bit. And like I said, the garden's just surrounding. And then that conservatory just wraps. It's a decent size, and then you can see the size of the house as well. Really good sized house for a 3-bed. And of course, if you compare this to a modern build, you wouldn't get this land, you wouldn't get this much parking. And I think once somebody goes in there and just finishes off puts the new boiler in, finishes the bathroom off, toilets, maybe the kitchen as well, you want to modernise it, you've got a really decent home. And it's already well priced as well. Garden just continues around here. It's great for access points. It's great for if you want to get to the canal walks. There's a pub across the road. You've got bus routes. You've got decent road links as well. Really decent property this. And as I just bring this around, there you can just see another angle of everything that we've got for you on offer here. That's the gable, and again side access again on that side. So you've got side access on both sides. Let's go further down here again. I mentioned the little brook. There's a little brook that separates this house to that house. You won't be able to see it maybe in this camera, but there is a little brook there. And there, boys and girls, is everything about this property in Semington Road. Last rear shot.